Mayday, 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 Mayday. That hasn't been really, it hasn't been a Mayday, and it hasn't been a like Mayday. But it's May 1st. And not even a quarantine can keep me from breaking my Mayday tradition. It used to be my Mayday tradition was to go see the Morris dancers dance the sun up. And the last few years, for one reason or another, I haven't been able to go. Either I'm having anxiety and I need to go with people and I don't want to go alone, or I don't have a car, or I don't wake up in time. And this year, they did a Zoom performance, and I missed that because I don't have Zoom. And so I continue the tradition. Go me! It was a pretty good day. I mean, there were two crappy things that happened. I'll just get them out of the way now. Um, One is really annoying because I was starting to feel, considering the kind of stress that other people are going through, and considering my limited income and the fact that I have no extra work, and it's really tough, and I don't know when I'll ever get any other income again, um, from spare work or whatever. Um, Considering all that, like, I've been okay. Like, I've made it. Like, I've had a little financial help here and there. I had birthday money, and I was able to get my car registered, and I've been able to pay my bills and just kind of skate by, because there is also some expenses I don't have. Like, I've been milking a tank of gas for a really long time, things like that, that have helped me just kind of stay cool. So I got a really huge bill today from the towing company that impounded my car and would not let me just sign it over to them, even though they were going to put a lien on it and auction it anyway. And I'm being threatened with, I don't know if they'll take me to court or how exactly it work, but they're threatening to put a lien on any money or property I have. Um, and they're threatening, it's for like $2,500 that I can't pay. And I don't think they can, well, they can't touch, from as far as I know, they can't touch a stimulus check if I get it. They can't touch my SSDI. So I should be okay. But I have to deal with it. And I don't want to deal with it. I'm not good at following through and dealing with this stuff. It depends. I'll need a day when I have spoons and some spunk. So that's kind of a shitty thing to have. Like, when you're just starting to feel like, actually, surprisingly, I'm doing okay right now. So I'm not having to beg people for help. And I just didn't need to see that. But it's okay. The other thing is my therapist canceled on me again for the second time this week. So I didn't have my therapy. And I'm okay. I think I'm okay, all things considered. I had been looking forward to talking to her about the weird sleep disturbances I'm having, because I'm having auditory hallucinations when I wake up. Hypnopompic hallucinations. I was like to say that, but it's not a big deal. I think it's just stress and sleep stuff, but I think she'd be interested in hearing it, but I didn't get to tell her. So yeah, she's got some kind of, I think, chronic stomach disease, because she calls in sick a lot, and she's like too sick to even like do phone appointments now. So she's missed a number of appointments in the last few weeks, and so a little compassion for her, but we'll see. So that was the crap out of the way, right? Then the good stuff, like, I put makeup on today so I could feel normal. This is the first time I put makeup on in 2 months. It doesn't help my hair. If I'd done the makeup earlier in the day, I probably would have put on a wig, because that always makes me feel better. But I'm kind of laughing because I keep saying I could just rent out my roots to people who are doing the protests, maybe make a little money that way. But like, I can't go to the salon even if it was open, and I had, like, I don't have the money, so I just look like crap all the time now. It's just the thing. But I was kind of laughing about that. It felt good to put on makeup. It's always something new with this body. Holy crap. That was bizarre. I mean, like, literally, the hand I had holding the phone, like, was in a weird position, and then I just couldn't move the thumb. It's still, like, spasming. The super duper cool thing is that my friend bought me groceries today. I had been whining yesterday or the day before, time just blurs, about like being out of, I'm okay with most stuff, but I wasn't going to have milk and bread over the weekend if I didn't go to the store. And I have oat milk, so it's not like I'm going to die. But oat milk is like, I like to drink tea. Oat milk's really good in my coffee. It's just a little bit heavy for my tea. Like, I notice I can't taste my tea. I taste the oat milk. And so it's just like a bummer. There's just certain things I like milk for. And I didn't have it. And I was like at the end of my whole grain bread, the multi-grain bread that I like. And I was just kind of pouting because I didn't have it. And it was like not a big deal. But people were really nice about it. It's just stressful to have to go to the store for me, be compromised and all the stuff I got to go through, and the standing in line is so painful and just stuff. And so I wasn't going to do it for milk and bread. I was just going to make do. And a friend of mine said, I'm going to the store anyway. I'll get you milk and bread. That's amazing. And then she asked if I wanted anything else. So I gave her that list of about 8 more things. And she was able to get almost all of them. And then she got a whole bunch of other goodies for me. And a bunch of it was stuff that she didn't know, but it's like my favorite. I asked if she could get me a certain brand of ice cream. I didn't care what flavor because they are all good. And I'm not a picky eater. I just like a lot of different foods. So I'm easy with a lot of stuff. So she just happened to pick my favorite flavor. So it's just like funny little things that she got. They were like, that's one of my weird little things I occasionally like to snack on. So that was kind of cool. But yeah, it just felt really good. And she didn't let me pay her anything for, all the stuff she got me, which was just like so cool. And, that's pretty good Mayday, I think. I was able to watch finally the finale of Homeland, which is a show I've been invested in for a long time. I kind of hate that show. Kind of hate the topic, love the characters. And our internet, because we don't have our own internet here, has been down a lot, which has made it hard to do things. And it decided I was going to be on, so I was able to watch. And then the last few minutes, it kept dropping, and I had to reboot, and dropping, and I had to reboot, and finally was able to see like the last couple of minutes with the ultimate twist. So I think overall I'm pretty satisfied with the ending. So yeah, I'm going to take this makeup off my face and go to bed. Read for maybe a smidge, I'm not sure. I've got an ambitious reading list for May, and not as many books, but longer books. So we'll see how that goes. But, overall, it just felt really good. I mean, I don't know what the hell I did to be so lucky to have so many really caring, wonderful, amazing friends, when I feel like I am worthless and do nothing so much of the time. The kind of friend I used to be doesn't really matter anymore if I'm not capable to be that now. And like some of these people never experienced the Lorelei that used to do things for people all the time. So maybe it's karma. I don't know. I still feel like I'm not contributing enough, and I have a lot of problems just accepting. So it was nice. It was just so nice to have somebody say, I'm doing okay, and I wanted to do this for you, and I know you're struggling, and thank you. So awesome. So, that makes up for a lot of the shitty stuff, and I'll just tick off that stuff as time goes on, which is probably a way better reaction when I look back at how my PTSD has been, even though with all the levels of fuck it upness that I have still, I responded, and maybe it's because of the other little spots of stability going on right now. But I think like 3 or 4 years ago, that letter would have destroyed my entire everything. So this is a step up, and I will take it, and we'll see what May brings. I am okay.